My test. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. This is Abhi DhiYogi with another curation of songs, stories, and ideas. Of today's journey into the compass. You know, the one that points north all the time? That compass. For our life. For our love. And most importantly, I guess, the compass within each one of us. So some ideas, some stories, and some songs. To align our compass, I guess, or realign. But why don't I start with the song? ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಮಂಜಲಿ ಮುಸ್ಸಂಜೆ ತಿಳಿ ತಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಓಲುವೆ ನೀಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಗಾಟ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಎದೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಇಳಿದು ಜನ್ಮಾನದ ಮೌನ ಮುರಿದು ಬಿಸಿ ಉಸಿರನ್ನು ಬಗೆದು ನಿತ್ಯ ಉಸಿರನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ನೀವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಆವರಿಸು ನೀ ಬೇಗೆ ಈ ಹರಿಸು ಜನ್ಮಾನದ ಉಲ್ಲಾಸಲಿ ಕುಂತಲ್ಲು ನೀನೆ ನಿಂತಲ್ಲು ನೀನೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೂ ನೀನೆ ಸಖಿ ನಾಳೆಗಳು ನೀನೆ ನೆನ್ನೆಗಳು ನೀನೆ ಎಂದು ನೀನೆ ಸಖಿ ನನ್ನ ನಾಳೆಗಳು ನೀನೆ ನೆನ್ನೆಗಳು ನೀನೆ ಎಂದೆಂದು ನೀನೆ ಸಖಿ ಆವರಿಸು ತುಂಬಿ ಆವರಿಸು just ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ. Thank you. So the compass that we talk about or we use nowadays, they're in the phones as well. Yeah. But back when I was growing up, the compass used to be a small round art, I would say, if that's the word. It had a magnetic needle and it would always point north. Yeah. So you held it and it would rotate, and wherever it was pointing, it was north. It was nothing but a magnet that was, free rotating basically. And it pointed to the Earth's north. Again, this is not a geography class, so don't think that we're going to get bored with the North and South Pole and all that stuff. No. This is just a discussion about the compass that points to north all the time, aligned with Earth's magnetic field. And as we know, all of us are magnetic. From getting attracted to each other to, when we rub our hands or feet on the ground, sparks fly sometimes. Nothing but a byproduct of being magnetic. The best being, how does the touchscreen phone work, yeah? Nothing but the charges from our body touching the screen and lighting it up. So some might say static electricity, blah blah blah, different names, different concepts. But to keep it simple, we're all magnetic, each one of us. Even the birds, for that matter, that migrate from one land to the other, or one country to the other. How do they have a sense of direction? Well, the compass in their beak, it seems. Some of them, yeah. And based on that, they figure out the direction that they need to fly. So the question that arose today, or the thought or the idea, that came was, for navigation purposes from point A to point B, the compass certainly helps us in our life, yeah, to go from our home to, let's say, someone else's home, whom we don't know or we haven't been. We look that up in the maps nowadays, but generally, if we were to think, we get directions to reach someplace in line with east, west, south and north, taking the roads that are there. Or if you're flying, taking the flight in a particular direction. So the compass, in one way or the other, guides us in the direction that we want to go. So the question that came about today was, is there a compass within? Because we're all a magnet, yeah? That is pointing in the direction that we need to go or take the next step in our life. Some might say a moral compass or this compass or that compass. Yeah. But the question is there a compass? Because we're magnetic, pointing in the direction that we need to take the next step. Seems a logical thought. And if the answer is yes, what is that direction? Physically saying, it's to the north or south or east or west, easy. But for life, yeah, through the good times and the bad times, what is the compass that helps us align so we move forward in the right direction? Is there a compass? That's the first question. And if so, how does it help us? As you ponder on that, a song. Call me then, and I'll be there to take away all your pain. Have all your friends, but still you may feel a little bit of blues, babe. Call me then, and I'll be there to take away all your blues and the rain. Smile, won't you smile? Won't you smile for me? Don't you cry. Don't you cry. Don't you cry. Cry, my friend, for you may have one of those beautiful days. So as we were saying, where's this compass pointed to? If there is one within that drives us in the direction, in whatever our pursuits may be in life. I believe most of the time it's pointed to what we want. I want this, I want that. To succeed, or things, or stuff, or someone. I believe at least my compass is always pointed in that direction. In my pursuits of life, on what I want. And whenever it is pointed in that direction, I'm never, how do I say this? There's always a gap. I think that's the right word. Between where I want and, or where I am and where I want to be, if that's the word. Yeah? Or what I want and what I have. So at one end of this needle, I'm there, and maybe at the other end is what I aspire for. Seems to be the norm. But lately, after certain realizations, this compass is pointing, I believe, more towards what I need to do to get what I want or where I need to be. It may be things, it may be people, it may be places, yeah. Once that is set, the destination per se, or the goal, then the compass nowadays points to what I can do. What do I need to do? Because I might want to visit or climb the Mount Everest or Kilimanjaro. That's my goal, yeah. But if I don't go and practice, maybe hiking with the weight on the back, maybe climb smaller elevations here and there, have resources to get to Africa or to Mount Everest in India or Nepal. Then setting that goal or pointing to that particular destiny, if I may say, is a waste, because I'm not going to be doing anything. Because my compass is going to keep looking ahead. Oh yeah, I need to be there. I need to get there. But Abhi, you got to take the first step. You got to take those baby steps. And unless the compass points to the baby steps every day, that goal that I set forth can never be reached, or the destiny or destination in life. So I believe pointing the compass in this big journey of life in the direction that we want is the easier part. But getting the compass to point in the direction of the next step that I should take so that I reach my destiny or destination seems to be a challenge, because every day it needs adjustment, because I get deviated with this or that. So coming back, alignment with the destination of whatever that may be to each one of us. It might be, going to school and maybe achieving something in a particular subject or in the class, or a hobby that we set ourselves forth. I got to do this within a year, or within 3 months, 6 months. Getting the compass pointed, to that destination. Great. But come tomorrow, I need to take that baby step in that direction. And if my compass then is pointed to, let's say, I wanted to learn to play the guitar, for example. That's my goal in 3 months, let's say, or 6 months. The compass got pointed to that, great. But the next day, let's say I have college, school, whatnot, this practice, that practice, right? All different things, making our compass go round and round and round. But getting it back in alignment, so I take my next step in the direction of practicing how to play the guitar, is what I mean by that internal compass. And how do I align that? Well, with reminders, this or that, all fine, but I guess the bottom line is, I think something is to align inside. I don't know what that is, but some alignment within that helps us move forward in the direction of our pursuit. They might call that passion, they might call that, desire, want, or perseverance, different names. But as we grow, I believe we learn how to align our compass to something that's far. There's a gap between us or me and that destination. We learn that, I think, easily. And for some of us, it may take months, weeks, years, a lifetime to learn the art of aligning every day in the direction of our pursuits and priority. So we take those baby steps. And how to? We'll talk about it after this song. ये दूरियां इन राहों की दूरियां इन सांसों की दूरियां फना हो सभी दूरियां ये दूरियां इन राहों की दूरियां इन सांसों की दूरियां फना सभी दूरियां क्यों कोई पास है क्यों कोई दूर कोई न जाने यहाँ पे पास या दूर मैं जा रहा मैं हूँ कहाँ पे न जानू मैं ये दूरियां इन राहों की दूरियां इन सांसों की दूरियां फना हो सभी दूरियां So our compass, the invisible compass within, what is that? In one word, for me, what came? It would be attention. Giving our attention, setting our attention, in the direction of our pursuit. And then leaving navigation points such as reminders, notes, alarms, right? Or talking about it with others, so they also may ask, hey Abhi, how's your guitar practice going, right? All these are navigation points. So we direct our compass or our attention in the direction that we set forth. And in a day, sometimes or not sometimes, it does happen that we have to direct our attention or compass to studies or work. Then after that, maybe to our hobbies or what's the right word? Sports or whatnot, right? Different things for balancing, our day. And then maybe something like learning the guitar or something else, painting, whatever it may be, right? Writing a book, it don't matter. Directing our attention towards that as well. It may be a few lines of writing a book, but so be it. But doing it, that day, and whatever is permissible. I don't know when we reach our destination, but I do know the practice of aligning our compass or attention to whatever we believe is our destination or destiny or goal every day in the capacity possible is a practice of keeping the long-term focus intact and gaining the short-term focus so we take the steps in that direction. One day at a time, one step at a time. One moment or breath at a time. So this attention that we said is the compass inside that we try to focus, right? And it keeps getting rotated, in different directions all the time. How do we get our attention aligned and in the direction of our priority or focus? We said maybe reminders, navigation points, right? Talk about what you're doing, write about it, so it pops up as a reminder. Why? Because we get deviated. Have relationships with friends, family, who remind you, who help you along the path. So when someone comes and asks you, how are your studies going on? And we haven't done much. Or how's the book coming along and we haven't done much? Sometimes we tend to get defensive and we, blabber. Do you know how busy I am? And this and that and blah, blah, blah. But maybe we should say thank you for reminding me. I haven't done much. So everything and everyone around me could be reminders towards the destination or towards the goal that we set forth. As long as we talk about it, write about it, and accept the progress in terms of the baby steps that we've taken. And sometimes, by the way, coming to the next part of this discussion, which is okay, we got the navigation points, we're headed in the direction, long-term focus, doing our part every day, taking those baby steps. And sometimes we realize after taking a few steps in that direction, hey, maybe this isn't for me. This is not what I wanted, which happens quite frequently, And our wants and our needs and the direction changes to something else, something new. I'm not saying anything right or wrong with it, but my thought would be, if we set our goals, let's say we're going to achieve that within a month or so, right? Or week, let's start with a week. By the end of this week, I hope to be here, or I hope I have that, right? Let's practice taking those baby steps towards it. And once we get it, or we don't get it, we may know, hey, what? Maybe it wasn't for me. No worries. But let's realize that we set our heart in one direction, started giving our attention and whatnot in that direction. And either on gaining it or not gaining it, realized, or midway, that it's not for us. The only part that may be missed if we let go in the middle is if we didn't complete that. So be it college, be it work, be it any of our pursuits, learning the guitar, painting, book, things will get difficult. Distractions will come. But the practice of aligning with a good idea, right? And what's a good idea? The one that helps me grow, helps others grow, and maybe complement the environment or nature one day, right? That's a good idea. Pursuing a good idea, whatever it may be. Even through the hurdles, even through the rain, even through the bottlenecks and all the things that they can go wrong, keeping our compass aligned or gaining the alignment back. I think if we practice that, and reach where we intended to reach eventually, right? I think our short-term, let's say, goal of 1 week can grow to another goal that may take a month of practicing this. Then it may grow to something that may take a year, right? Of practicing, or half a year. Then maybe something that may take a few years, like college, right? So what's the benefit of going to college? I don't know about the subjects and what we learn in classrooms and all that and the experiences, but when we learn to align our compass, attention to the long-term goal of completing college, something over a period of 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, right? And constantly in and out, aligning our compass to take those baby steps so that we finally reach that. When we learn the art of aligning our compass and attention to short-term and long-term, then for our journey onwards, as we grow, we have the tool, we have the skill to accomplish whatever we set our heart to. So how do we align, right? It is through short term. Set something as a short-term goal. 1 week, try to get there. Set something as a little bit longer eventually. A month, try to get there. And it might take 2 months, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the timing. Try to get there. Then maybe something that's 3 months or 6 months, try to get there. Whatever it may be. But every day think about, hey, you know what? Did I take a few steps, at least, in the direction that I had aimed? Write it down somewhere, right? Talk about it with friends and family. So they ask you and then it reminds you, hey, you know what? I haven't worked on that for 10 days now, right? Or taken any steps in that direction. So set your goals, starting with something small, increasing gradually in terms of the time taken or the steps taken in that direction, or how much of effort is needed. Slowly, Talk about these goals. Don't be shy. This is what I'm trying to do. to a friend, right? Who will encourage you. Have that company. Hey, I'm trying to practice for a marathon, right? Please, encourage me, help me, right? Remind me so I don't digress. And you may not need it, yeah? But at least have that supporting cast, if I may say. Because we all support cast to someone or the other. You to your friend, and your friend to you. We're supporting each other. So we move forward in our pursuits in the direction we're meant to. Another song.
Fall in love. Everything is in love. 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 Love.
So we talked about our pursuits. then we talked about how we can move forward in short-term and long-term pursuits. With the help of reminders, our supporting cast of friends and family. Everyone, everything will support you. As long as you talk about it, share it. This is what I'm trying to do. And share your success or even lessons learned, yeah? The biggest challenge. I want to do this, but I keep failing. So if you write it down and if you talk about it, saying this is what I did and this is what happened, you might get an idea that let's try something else tomorrow so that I may be able to take a step forward. So paying attention in the direction that we want to go, we might need supporting cars. But what's that within us that'll help us move forward? Is the realization, the understanding that whatever we are trying to achieve, at any juncture of our life, is a short-term goal compared to the whole life that we have ahead of us. And this practice of trying to achieve is nothing but gaining our focus on the destination that we want to reach, pointing our compass and taking the step in that direction. Sometimes one step forward and 2 steps back happens. So be it. But slowly and steadily, reaching where we want to reach. That's the practice. And it's applied or it's applicable to, pursuits of life, as we've discussed, and the pursuits of love. We get a heartbreak and we think, oh, we've lost love. I'll never be able to love again. Whatever may be the reason, yeah, no judgments. But when we realize, taking these baby steps, no matter what happens, giving the best to something, and learning from all the rest that is happening, helps us understand and realize what love is. And that is love in words. If someone were to ask me, giving our best to someone or to whatever we are pursuing, and when things don't go our way, then learning from it. So again we get our compass aligned, so we give. So this compass we're talking about, and attention and aligning and taking baby steps in the short-term goals of whatever we did as children or young adults, helps us on the long term by developing the art of giving our best, whatever it may be. The way I play the guitar compared to, the masters and all others out there is nothing. I don't know much, but I play the best that I can. That's about it. And then learn every day to give a little bit better tomorrow. But out of that, what have I developed, if I may say? Keeping the attention, keeping the focus, right, on something. And giving my best and learning from all the rest. I've gained a little bit of love. What it means to love, what it means to give. And learn from everything that happens, good or bad. With some people, right, that may be around me, or with certain objectives that I might have set. So doing things and taking steps, those baby steps, out of love, is what I guess we gain or realize in trying to align our compass to whatever we want to pursue. In baby steps, gradually, as we grow in our pursuits, we may realize this. Love that's all around us, helping us in different forms and colors and fashion and beings and roles, friends, family, teachers, even those who are, sometimes we may say, opponents, right? They help us to compete, to be the best that we can. Everyone is here to help. So why have animosity or anything like that? Let's focus on what I can do, because everyone, whether they say something positive or negative, are helping me, because it's finally a journey of love. And this compass that we talk about starts aligning automatically in the direction of love, which is giving your best and learning from the rest, accepting the rest and the rest of us, or whatever is around us and whatever is happening. Everything summing up to love. So when our compass or whatever starts pointing towards love, each one of our steps, we take them as the best step that we can in the direction of love, because that's what gives or brings the best out of us to bloom. Yeah. And in order for that to happen, we learn to appreciate, be thankful, and share our love with those around us who help us in their own way. And in doing so, we're focused on our baby steps and pointing whatever it may be that we want to achieve or do. The pointing of this compass, internal compass, happens in the direction of love. And what blooms, no words to explain that. One has to only experience it, taking those baby steps. Because when we take those baby steps with love, it's amazing how the light shines upon the path, upon the steps, upon us. So we see the love all around us, in the good and the bad, in the hurdles and the, I would say, encouragements, in the successes and the failures. That's helping us move forward. And in that light, what we see, again, no words, because they all will fall short. But we see the best of ourselves in that light. And with that, I believe we find peace in whatever we are doing and pursuing. We find love in whatever we are doing and pursuing. And we find the light, if I may say that, or the light finds us. I don't know. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this discussion and sharing, because that helps me to to align a little bit better and take the next baby step. See you tomorrow, 12 noon, CST at abhi.dhiyogi.org, and you may always listen to the past concerts or read the books at abhi.dhiyogi.org.